Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice Unlimited, and we are continuing where we left off in Yanagi's route. So we just started it, and we're still in chapter 1. And he's walking us home. So, there you go. I remembered shit. Anyway, thank you for helping today. You have work tomorrow, right? Get plenty of rest. I should say the same to you. Please don't strain yourself too much. And that's what I want to say to you. You be safe out there. We traded our usual warnings. I really didn't want to let him go. I'll come over to make dinner again. Yeah, and make sure you drop by? Oh, and make sure you drop by when I make dinner, too. Of course. Because of our different positions, it was hard to help each other with work, but we could still support each other in our private lives. I could lend an ear when he vented about work, even if he couldn't mention any details. Any bit of support helped. I wanted to be a piece in the puzzle that Yanagi was building with his daily life. I think we'll both be busy for a while, but we'll go on a date when things calm down. Until then, I'll be satisfied with dinner. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll just have to be satisfied with that, too. Then Yanagi leaned into me. Kissy CG? Oh, wait. I felt a soft touch on my cheek. Really? Seriously? Good night. Good night. We've been dating for how long? Are we taking it real slow? I don't remember. Look, I know Sasuzuka was the one who, 2 days in, he's like, I hate you. Shoves her in the bed and has his way with her. And it was like, all right, and I guess we're doing this now. I mean, him now. Okay. But I just don't remember anyone else. I mean, I remember Enomoto, being asleep. Wasn't he drunk? She's like, okay, now I guess I'm just trapped in your arms. Okay. And that was awkward and weird, but that wasn't the sex thing, obviously. Okazaki's route in this one started off with basically pawing me down. I don't remember, aside from Sasuzuka's, who we boned by the end of their route, or if anything happened. But we going slow as fuck right now. He'd kiss on the cheek. Oh, kiss me on the cheek. I'm so embarrassed. I'm just gonna be embarrassed for the next 6 weeks now. I resisted the urge to pull him back to me and said my farewell as he walked away. I mean, it is cute, though. He just leans over, kiss you on the cheek, and you're like, you know I wanted more, damn it. I already miss him, even though we were just together. I'll give her that. Our date seemed like it was an eternity away. But even though it was an uncertain promise, I still felt thrilled. I had come to understand that this is what love felt like. 4:16, 11 a.m. Yanagi! Spacey. Sorry, did I make you wait? You're right on time. No need to panic. Oh, look, your hair's kind of getting undone. Thanks. I just wanted to see you so badly. I wouldn't want you to trip and fall first. I'm not that clumsy. Promptly falls. Okay. Sorry. I know it's Akaya or whatever, but I see, okay. I'm not that clumsy. He's like, okay, sure you're not. I don't know about that. Sometimes you are. What? Well, I'll admit that I can be a worrywart, too. It had been about a week since I last saw him. We had managed to find some time for a real date sooner than I expected. Once the quarantine had been lifted, we were once again able to travel outside of Shinjuku. We usually stuck to Shinjuku when we went out. It was the town that Yanagi loved and the community that I wanted to protect. In many ways, Shinjuku was a place that held a special place in both of our hearts. I've been so excited for this. We're going to be together all day. All right, I'm going to say it. Knock on wood. It's going to get worse, but, there's been 2 typos. Just a few little, it was oh wait, that's missing, and I think there was one that I just kind of glossed over in the very beginning, but I didn't mean just now, I meant in the first part. To that's not bad. Usually we found more by this point, haven't we? And we're like, this hurts. I'm just saying, either this one was done well, or that they really did patch it already. Not perfectly, but I'm just... Again, it could just be Yanagi's route was the one that they actually put effort into. I don't know, but it seems to be flowing better than the other ones so far. And maybe the first chapter is fine. I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember that sometimes they got hard to read. Anyway. I've been so excited for this! We're going to be together all day! I had no plans until tomorrow morning that didn't involve being with Yanagi. I'd even gone to bed early yesterday so that I'd have enough energy for a full day. Although I wasn't sure if Yanagi was as excited as I was. By the way, how's work? You mentioned that things weren't going so well last time. Yeah, there's still some things that need to be resolved. But some of it's just stuff that's going to take time to work itself out. I see. Then let's have as much fun as we can today. Private eyes and cops need time off too. That's right. Let's... Yeah! I'm assuming he's saying let's. Let's... Yeah, like, let's do what you just said. Or they literally forgot the rest of that sentence. I'm not sure. Like, we both stood up and started an easygoing stroll. We window shopped at stores that interested us. We made small talk about everything under the sun. Oh, that reminds me. Yanagi stopped and reached into his pocket. Did you forget something? Give me your hand, Spacey. Oh, okay. I stuck my hand out his ass, and Yanagi sighed in satisfaction. His hand covered mine. I want you to have this. There was a key in my palm. It's the key to my place, or rather my office. You come over often, so use it if you ever need to. It's like a pre-engagement engagement! You gave me the key to your house! It's beautiful. It was a duplicate of Yanagi's office key. He was entrusting it to me, and I was overcome with emotion. I mean, that's a big step. Yes, of course. Of course I'll take the key to your house! It's like, everyone's like, oh! It's like they're not engaged, but it's the same thing. Look, it's a big step, I'm just saying. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'll take good care of it. Sure, please do. But it's just a key. Feel free to use it whenever you want. It's a big step. Can I really? It's not just for emergencies. Of course. I wouldn't have given it to you otherwise. But actually, I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so if you could water my plants, that's... Sure. That's all he was giving it to us for. Wow. I was surprised at how moved I felt by his gesture. I felt so ecstatic that I couldn't hold it in. Yanagi blinked in surprise at how giddy I was. I suppose he would react that way. I didn't expect you to be this happy about it. Of course it's meant to show that I trust you. Why wouldn't I be happy? Any girl would dream of this moment. Okay. I mean, it's a big moment, but it's not like, oh my god, I've been dreaming of this moment since I was a little girl. Well, that's not exactly true, but... Girls dream of getting a duplicate key? A key to the home of the person I love. Oh. And to put the icing on the cake, Yanagi looked away in embarrassment and covered his mouth with his hand. He's like, I just needed you to take care of my hands while I was away. I'm like, what? He's like, we're in love. Woo! That's moving too fast. We've been together for 4 years. Well, I know, but... Wow, he's worse than us. I was happier than he expected, so he's not sure how to react. It's so cute. Well, why don't we buy you something to hold on to that key? Great idea! We could buy a matching pair. A pair? Yeah, let's go find one. He's like, oh god. Next, we're gonna get matching sailor suits. Hey, don't trip over yourself. I dragged Yanagi into the next shop that caught my eye. I hope they're gay as fuck. Whatever the little key things are. Oh my god. Thank you very much! We spent almost an hour walking around until we obtained what we were looking for. Like, okay. Do you not have your, like, okay. I don't know how it goes in Japan, okay? I don't know. But, like, I have fucking keys. My keys, like, I know some people are like, it's a car key, or then you have it. I have, like, a 50-pound key ring. It used to be worse. It's kind of toned down, but my car keys, okay, I can easily take just my car key off and hand just my car key to someone instead of here's my 5-pound thing of keys, right? But it's got a couple keychains. Like, I have like 5 or 6 keychains. I got my mail key, I got my house key, I got my car keys, all keychains. But like, I have to go get a keychain for this specific key. Just put it on the one that you already have. So it's like your house key and like, and the only thing you would need is if like, okay, well, which one's my house key and which one's his? You put it on a different keychain, but on the same, like, my car keys are on car keychains that are all connected to all my key, like, it's just how it works. So you could easily, if I had someone else's house key, it would be on a separate keychain, or it would be like, okay, well, we're gonna get a little topper, you know, little, like protector things. Put it on there so that you know which his house key, your house key. But it's just, I just can't imagine. So do you have a bag when you're like, hold on, wait, nope, that's Enomoto's house key. Nope, that's Yanagi's office key. Nope, that's the car key. Nope, that's my apartment key. Nope, that's my mailbox key. Nope, I'm just looking for the office key, but I got 5,000 keys in there and I gotta find them. Like, you just pull out your ring and you're like a fucking Rolodex of keys. You just pull out one giant thing of keys. Not individual ones. I would just get so lost. So I'm just, you know, unless it's just like, I'm gonna get a special keychain to put your key on so I can find it in my ring of keys. That makes sense. But I just can't, it's actually, I don't know. It just made me wonder, like, do you have it separate from the rest of your keys? Because that bitch goes on my keychains with my house keys. My house key, your house key, our house keys. Like, they all go on the same ring now. We spent almost an hour walking around until we obtained what we were looking for. You mean you were looking for? Oh my god! That's so nerdingly cute! Okay. It's perfect! It kinda is. Oh! It's not as gay as I was hoping, but it's fucking adorable. I love it. I like it. Are you sure you want this, though? Of course! I picked it out. Besides, it's important that they match. And they fit together. It's fucking cute. And the pieces join together to make one whole shape. And they really do match. Right? I'll treasure this. It's like best friend ones, but you need a heart one. It's love keychains. That's fucking adorable, and I love it. We'd gone into many department stores until we finally found the perfect keychains. They were puzzle pieces that fit together. Yanagi's was blue, while mine was pink. They were a pair, and most importantly, Yanagi liked them. And I love the fact that he's just nerdy enough to like them. He's like, it's cute, I love it. Should we head to that cafe next? Get yourself a man who will get gay keychains with you. Okay, is all I'm saying. Like, that's amazing. You're like, look, we have matching keychains! And he's like, I like it. Like, and he's not like, yeah, okay, I did it only because, you know, wanted to get laid. He actually is like, you know he's gonna go home and giggle about it. He's gonna be like, keychain match, it's cute. I love it. I love that adorableness. Anyway, yeah, let's go. It's lunchtime. I hope there's a table open. Not too long ago, the cafe's parfaits had been featured on TV. The topic had come up while we were browsing magazines, and Yanagi had promised to take me. I know he doesn't like sweets very much, but he was joining me for my sake. It made me really happy. I'm sure they have other things. Thank you for waiting. Will this complete your order? Huh? Wait, hold on. Yanagi looked uneasy when he saw what the server had brought. I had seen this coming, but I still felt a little guilty. I hope this doesn't scare him off. We'd been seated in the back of the cafe. I had ordered their seasonal fruit parfait, and Yanagi ordered a coffee. Along with those was a massive heart-shaped glass with 2 straws in it. Oh my god. There is something so ridiculous about his route. I don't know. I love it though. I think I got diabetes just reading this. And he's like, but, oh my god. But I feel like this is nice because he's the one that gets embarrassed as opposed to her. I'm embarrassed. It's actually a relief because I'm so tired of her being embarrassed about everything. But she's like, I got the most embarrassing thing ever. She's like, I hope he doesn't freak out. Oh god, this is good. Anyway, in other words, it was a couple's drink. I don't remember ordering this. This is on the house for our couple's guests. Enjoy and please take your time. The server smoothly deflected Yanagi's protest with a smile, left the check on the table, and left us alone. What if you were just there with, like, your brother? You're like, we're related? It's gross. The moves of a skilled, experienced professional. I think we ordered it, but this would be pretty awkward if we weren't actually a couple, but I guess it's fine. Yanagi was grumbling while I worked up the courage to tell him the truth. I had to say something, even though I hated to spoil the surprise. Actually, I suggested this place because I saw the couple special on a flyer. Sorry. She fucking tricked him. Is this another girl's fantasy? No, it's not like I fantasize about it or anything. But it was something I wanted to try with you someday. Well, yeah, but I mean a little bit, because you're like, yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, you've seen that in like old-fashioned movies. Oh, we're gonna go down to the soda shop and share a malt. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, drinking out of the same glass with 2 straws. It's like so cliche, but at the same time, you're like, but I fucking love it. Like, and then they throw it in the game, and you're like, and he's all embarrassed. She's like, listen, goddammit, I've had this 1950s fantasy in my head, and you will suck it up and share this with me. Or I'm just gonna drink out of both straws. It's fine. I feel like he's almost as awkward at this as Enomoto would be, but Enomoto would like probably have freaked out, fallen off of his chair, and be like smushed into a corner, like ah! And Unagi's like, I don't know how to do this. Are you upset? No, of course not. It's all right. Oh, he's like, oh, never mind. All right, I'll grant your wish. Unagi's cheeks slightly blushed red, but he still played along with my selfishness. I just like how this makes him awkward. Thank you! I'd never forget this moment. Ugh. The sight of Unagi bashfully reaching for a straw would be seared into my memory as long as I lived. We get a CG. He looks so awkward. This is embarrassing. Because it's your first time. Of course it is. This is cute as fuck. I love it. Do we get to keep those straws? Those straws are fucking the best. Do you remember having those straws as a kid? Like the swirly straws that like had all sorts of different shapes and everything. Fuck, I miss the swirly straws. What were we playing? Were we playing this where I thought of it and I was like, fuck man, what happened to those straws? And I need to get some now. I thought I heard some sulkiness in his voice, but maybe I'd imagined it. By the way, it was my first time doing this too. I'm sure whoever Unagi dated before didn't play childish games like this. She wasn't fucking amazing because this is fun and cute. It's even on a hard coaster. I'm sorry. I want this so bad. Doesn't everybody want? You're like, no, okay, no. No, I absolutely want this in my life. I need to go to like, okay, like, I don't care. I'll go and be like, I'm a loner. I want the couple's drink. I'm just gonna drink it with myself. But like, this is fucking adorable. I would love this. I never imagined that I'd be the kind of girl who wanted these things. I mean, okay, we're all a little girly, no matter how ungirly you are deep down, and this is fucking adorable. Love was a dangerous emotion. I suddenly felt like making excuses for myself. Actually, until we started dating, I didn't have much interest in this stuff. But whenever I'm with you, there's so many things I want to do. Silly childlike things, or things that I'm too embarrassed to say aloud. We'd already been dating for 3 months, but everything felt so fresh and new. I was head over heels in love, no doubt about that, but I didn't feel like that was a bad thing. I know I shouldn't be acting like a schoolgirl anymore, but I just can't help it. Look, when you get old, you realize sometimes acting like a kid and doing cutesy things like this is fun, and you gotta do it. There's a point, there's a certain age range in the middle there where you can't do goofy, stupid shit because you're like, I'm too cool for that. And then you get to a certain point where, and then you hit old and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. And then it's cute again. Like, well, there's a point, a certain age where you're like, it's like old people are being a little cringy and weird, but you don't care. And then you hit really old and everyone's like, oh, that's so cute. They're little old people. Because you're like everyone's grandparents, you know, and then it's cute when you do stupid shit like this. Just saying. I am at that, those old people are being cringy stage, and I'm totally okay with that. Except for I'm alone. But I'm just saying, if I wasn't, I would be okay with being cringy like this. I feel the same way. See? Unagi smiled warmly, still looking bashful. I fucking want those straws. Our dates have been pretty dry so far, so this is actually a nice change of pace. And to be honest, I used to think that dates like these were kind of a bother. I didn't know what I was supposed to do to make my partner happy, so I always assumed she thought I was a boring guy. I mean, yeah, if you're not gonna fucking sip out of heart straws a fruity pink fucking drink, of course you're boring. 'Cause that sounds amazing. Unagi's ex-girlfriend She was frequently in the back of my mind, but I tensed up when he openly mentioned her. Or rather, I felt a little gloomy. I was obviously jealous. I shouldn't dwell on this. She probably wasn't all that important from what he was saying. Oh god, is she gonna come back? But when I'm with you, I feel a rush, and I stop thinking that I'm too old to feel that way, although I'm still not sure what I should be doing. Still, I don't dislike how I feel. It's fun, and it makes me happy to see all the different expressions that you make. When you look happy, I feel like the luckiest man on earth. Yanagi had never spoken about his feelings to me at this much length. He didn't find my date ideas bothersome. Although he was anxious, he liked being together. His words center-punched my heart. I'm glad. I always worried that you were too mature to find me attractive. I was a little scared that this would be a turn-off for you. Well, then he is not the man you need to date, and you need to find you a crazy person like Shiraishi who would be like, interesting. Humans sharing drinks. Let's try this. Date yourself a robot then, I guess. Of course not. And you don't need to worry. You're great just the way you are. No, I still need to change. I'm gonna try even harder to shine as a woman. I don't think that's... I've said it before, but I want to be the most lovable version of myself for the man I love. Isn't that a perfectly natural thing to want? It sounds a little crazy, honestly. I'm gonna make myself even more lovable! I'll get puppies! Just be you, girl. You're plenty lovable already. What? When you said that you ordered this because you wanted to share it with me, it was so cute I thought my head would explode. What? If you somehow manage to get even cuter than that, what'll I do with myself? Yanagi! Now he embarrassed us! I'll drown in the cuteness. I probably wouldn't be able to work as a detective anymore. That would be a disaster. Our faces had both turned beet red and we were deliberately avoiding eye contact. Fucking awkward nerds. I was so happy I could hardly think. It's so cute, blushing. There is so much fucking sugar in just the first chapter. I think I'm gonna die. Yanagi? We enjoyed the rest of the date until daylight faded into night and we were walking to the office. Yanagi suddenly stopped and turned around. I followed his eyes, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. I felt like someone was watching us. Never mind. Huh? I didn't notice anything. It's his ex-girlfriend. We brought it up, so I just have a feeling she's coming back for some fucking reason. But since this was Yanagi talking, it was unlikely to just be a trick of his imagination. It'd be weird if we mentioned her for no reason. Has someone been watching us? I'm just checking to be cautious, but have you noticed anything strange happening around you lately? Not particularly. You see. Do you have any idea what that might be? Why are you asking? I was just curious. Maybe I'm being overprotective. Yanagi... We'd been holding hands the entire time, and he squeezed mine a little tighter just then. I felt his unease through his grip, and I tried to keep my grip firm. By the way, can you stay over tonight? Huh? That completely changed the atmosphere. The unease suddenly vanished, and I stole a glance at Yanagi, my ears hot. He was smiling. He is smiling like, yeah, you embarrassed me with that fucking drink, and I'm gonna embarrass you now. Yes. I've been getting ready for that. Oh god. They make the whole sex thing awkward. Like, I have been preparing myself. And it's like, is this like back in ye oldie times where you were like, I am preparing for my wedding night to consummate our marriage and it is my first time. And like, you just are, seriously? Is because I know people prepare, you prepare mentally, emotionally, you prepare for these things. Sometimes, unless you're just drunk and you're like, fuck, it sounds like a great idea. That's my story. There you go. You're like, had some drinks. Fuck it. Let's get it over with. You know. And you were not prepared. But yes, I have been preparing for this. Are we going to war? Holy shit. It seems awkward to say it. I don't know. Maybe because I just never had that experience of saying it. I have been preparing for this. I don't think I've ever had that conversation with anybody. Like... anyone that even if your first time with a new person, I have never been like, okay, I have been preparing for this. Shit just happens. Like, I don't think I would know how to deal with it if someone was like, all right, so we've been talking and like, I feel like we should have a conversation and we should start dating now. What? Well, usually I just fall into the shit. Like, and then you're like with somebody, you're like, so it's been like 6 months. Are we like dating? What's going on? Okay, I just need to check. Because I just fall into shit. So maybe that's my problem. But I feel like she is like, all right, I like you, you like me, we should have a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Okay, cool. The discussions about this baffle me, and I like it. Don't get me wrong. Because it would be less confusing for me if someone had that conversation with me. I'm just saying. Just, Lord. Anyway. Yanagi's demeanor relaxed. Good. I've been sending you home every night. But I don't want to let you go home tonight. I've been holding myself back. We never slept with this man in the 3 months we've been dating. I mean, good for you, girl. Make him wait a little. Get into the relationship instead of like, 3-hour rule. Whatever it is. I don't know. Yanagi, every relationship is different. Okay? Sometimes you're just gonna get it done and over with and you can't wait, and sometimes you wait for a while. But I just don't know where she is in any of these. I only remember Suzuka's and we weren't even dating when he threw us down at Tuka. I think it was pretty much like that was his way of saying we're dating now, I guess, but anyway. My voice squeaked and I felt my face blush hot. He's not one to be patient. I already told Kazuki I might not be home tonight. He said he'd go have dinner with his friend. Kazuki's like, I don't want to know. I guess I should be ready for Kazuki to take a swing at me the next time he sees me. For all he knows, we just have sex all day long on our days off. He doesn't... It's so funny. Wait. 8 o'clock, now we can have sex. Only between the hours of 8 and 10. Like, it's morning. You can have sex whenever you want. As long as it's in an appropriate location. He wouldn't do that. I won't let him. I realized that my minor rush of anxiety had disappeared while we chatted. We're literally chatting about fucking each other in public, though. He holds your hand and you blush. He kisses you on the cheek and you blush, but you were talking about having sex as you're walking down the street, and that's cool. I'm just saying. Thanks for letting me use your bathroom. Oh, a text message. I walked out of the bathroom after taking a shower and saw that there was a new message on my phone. After I sat down on the sofa, I checked who it was from, and I just tried these new shiitake cream puffs, and they were good. I'll send some to the office. Try them with Yanagi. I mean, mushroom cream puffs. That doesn't sound terrible. Oh my god, I got an itch in my nose. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh, it's weird. Oh, I don't like it. It feels awkward. A photo was attached to the message. It had been a while since I'd heard from Okazaki. He seems pretty busy. I hope he's doing well. The picture of the pastry he attached was something else. That looks amazing. Thank you. Like, I think that's one of... Okay. It's just I'm so used to Okazaki and his weird fucking things that, like, mushroom cream puffs. I mean, I'm not a fan of mushrooms. And mushroom cream puffs just don't seem as odd as some of the weird shit he's come up with. And found. I'm just saying. They sound fucking odd. But... You doing okay? Yeah. Yanagi's struggling a little, though. And tell him if he overworks himself and collapses, I'll steal Spacey out from under his nose. I think he means us instead of you. Will do. Lol. Is that, like... I'm glad you haven't changed. I can't describe some of the little emoji faces. You just have to look yourself. I found myself grinning. Since the end of last year, Okazaki had been cheering for me and Yanagi to make it. What's so funny? Nothing. Silly Okazaki. Oh, Yanagi, I just got a text from Okazaki. Okazaki? Yanagi sat down next to me. His face betrayed just the slightest hint of displeasure. Oh, are you jealous? Really? Seriously? I mean, if it was Shiraishi, you should be jealous. He said that if you get sick because you work too hard, he's gonna swoop in and steal me from you. Hold on. That weird tickle in my nose was like... It's weird! I can't breathe. Because it's like, I can't. It's just... It's the weirdest feeling, and it's driving me bonkers, but also made me sneeze. But When I conveyed the message, his face took on a more obvious grimace. That punk. Gotta keep an eye out for him. It's a joke. He's obviously kidding. I chuckled and Yanagi just sighed as he leaned into me. I was embraced by his warmth and scent. I know. If he was serious, we'd have gotten into a fight long ago. Actually, that would probably be bad. I'd lose. Don't worry, I'd back you up so you'd be fine. Poor Okazaki. You're number one in my heart. He can't do anything about that. You're right, and there's nothing to be done about it. His face gently closed in on mine. I felt a soft warmth on my lips. It was just an instant, and then he pulled away. Feeling like I hadn't had enough, I opened my eyes to see Yanagi's fearless face. Even if I did lose the fight, I wouldn't let him have you. My whole body quivered as he whispered that intimate message into my ear. I'm gonna take a shower, too. See you later. His warmth left my back, and I watched him go. The night was long. That's it. 3:58 a.m., 4:17. Now we're Yanagi. Is it still nighttime? When my eyes opened, it was still late at night. Dawn was still quite a ways off. I vaguely felt like I'd had a nightmare, but I couldn't remember any details. However, my body was a little sweaty. Was it the usual dream? I've been seeing it less often lately. Since I met Spacey, I'd broken through a wall that had been built up within myself. Spacey. I brushed her hair with my hand, which caused her to fidget, and then snuggle up against my arm. I wasn't able to fight back the smile I felt. But she didn't wake up. I must have tired her out. Oh, hi! Okay, we didn't have to read that. Shit just happened. It was a long night. He's like, I must have tired her out. Okay, well, this is the one where they're just like, and the shit just happened. And you're like, Usually it's like, okay, this is gonna be awkward. Like the Enomoto one was the most fucking awkward. You're like, oh god. Oh god. We have to watch these two virgins fumble. Oh, look, and now he's topless. Well, shirtless! Who would have thought I'd feel this content just seeing her sleeping face? I felt my love for her brimming from within. I didn't feel like something I could deny. Hello, hey. The ring. She was wearing the ring I'd given her on her left ring finger, like it had always been there. I breathed a sigh as my eyes found confirmation. I'd asked her to give her future to me. I'd even surprised myself at the time, but now I didn't want to let her go. When I first joined the police, I was determined to fight alone. And the more I had to protect, the more I'd be weighted down. I couldn't bear the thought of important people in my life being hurt, especially by my own actions. So I'd run away from having to face that reality, and the person who had brought me back was her. Even now, I'm still afraid. She was important to me, and the thought of losing her was terrifying. It had to be my single greatest fear at the moment, but still. Yanagi? Looks like I woke her up. Just thinking? God, you think loud, buddy. Hey, you don't have to call me that anymore. IG. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Did I wake you? No, it's fine. Are you alright, IG? Is that how you say his name? I don't know. Well, it is now. I was watching you sleep. Were you having a nice dream? You were smiling. Hey! I'm kidding. It's still early, so go back to sleep. Guess I must have really tired you out last night, huh? Oh, you... She blushed and mumbled, but snuggled up against me and closed her eyes again. I hugged her tightly with my arm, and she quickly fell asleep, a contented expression on her face. So happy to see her at ease in my arms. I didn't think that all of my feelings got through, and they were probably much more significant than she had ever imagined. And it's because I'm happy now that I'm a coward. I figured I wasn't alone in this regard. Everyone probably felt this way sometimes. She would have that emotion too, and that was why I had to fight to protect that bit of happiness I'd obtained. The stars are out tonight. The Shinjuku sky was clear and starlit. I'd glimpsed the light that had raced millions of miles across the universe to crash through the cracks in the blinds. Dawn would arrive later. Chapter 2. Every coin has two sides. Pleased to be holding for a moment. Or not. Never mind. Sorry. I heard the sound. Did that just... I didn't skip anything by accident. I don't know. I walked away for a second. I heard the sounds of morning in the distance. Is it morning already? I was still sleepy. Normally I had no problem getting up in the morning. Oh, right. I stayed over last night. This was the only place I could feel at ease that wasn't my own bed. All because of this presence. All because of this presence I didn't want to leave. This calming scent. Reluctantly, I opened my eyes. And here we go, CG again. Morning. Good morning. I looked up and met Yanagi's eyes. I already knew that he was next to me, and I shouldn't have been surprised, but... Were you watching me sleep again? Her frickin' pout face. Yeah, it's so soothing. That's so unfair. I want to soothe myself watching your face while you sleep, too. Just let me have this special privilege. I'll get you back for this. Looking forward to it. But I don't plan on giving this up that easily. You don't have to keep it all for yourself. In my protest, I reached out with my hand and stole a caress of his cheek with my fingertips. I didn't get to see Yanagi sleeping often, so the rare glimpses I could find were precious. At the same time, I also loved that simply watching me sleep could make him so happy. Either thought gave me immense joy. Yawn. I don't see you yawn like that every day. Yeah, I suppose not. Yanagi continued yawning while half-dressed. It was a sight I'd never seen before. Did you have a hard time sleeping last night? He had told me that work wasn't going well. Maybe that had been the cause. Yanagi saw the worry on my face and placed his hand on my head to calm my fears. I couldn't sleep because your face was so damn cute. Oh, please! I can't laugh like him, I'm sorry. Whenever Yanagi was trying to take my mind off something, he'd smile and pat me on the head. It hadn't happened enough to be called a habit, but he tended to do it when my intuition was right. He'd always been a kind person, but lately he's been laying it on a little strong. To put it very bluntly, he was spoiling me. It showed up in everything he did. His words, his actions, his attitude. I'm happy to be treated that way, but if it's because he's tired, I want to be spoiling him. So, what do you want for breakfast? I think I'd like a sweet omelet. Wait, no, let me help. Thanks. All right. How about an omelet sandwich? Yes, please. We cooked and ate breakfast together and then cleaned up. Yanagi had to go out for work this morning, so we left the office together. I had to head to the police station for work. I finished getting ready first and was waiting for Yanagi when something caught my eye. Yanagi? Yanagi looked up at me as he picked his keys up off the low table. My tie is crooked. Oh, it is. I didn't notice. Hold still for a moment. I walked up to Yanagi and reached for his necktie. I straightened out the slanted knot and made the hanging portion longer. Then I made sure the knot was dimpled properly. Checking my work, I patted the tie in satisfaction and sighed. Fixing my boyfriend's tie before he went to work. This is, yes? It's like we're newlyweds. I was thinking the same thing. Oh. I was blushing. I couldn't help it. One more thing then. Huh? Well, if we're acting like newlyweds, morning kiss. Kiss me goodbye. Yeah! There we go! There's our CG. How adorable. With that, Yanagi's face closed in and his lips brushed mine. A soft, quick breath touched my lips, followed by a cute smacking sound. I was a little surprised that he'd done this. Was that a kiss to see me off for the day? Well, we're both leaving, but it should still count. I feel so lucky. And I feel like I can work hard today. No, see, when her hair is down like this, it's jellyfish. When she bundles it up, it's better. Because see, she still has, even under his hands, you can see the short tendrils, the short bits around. Like, she has motherfucking jellyfish hair when it's down. Okay. All right. Girl, wear it up, because otherwise the jellyfish thing's killing me. Me too. We traded intimate words at an intimate distance. My heart truly felt full. Yet I still felt some nagging anxiety. Yanagi, something happened, didn't it? Hmm? It's just that you were, well, being even nicer to me than usual. I'm happy about it, of course. I just haven't been able to spoil you lately because of how busy work has been. I'm making up for lost time. You're making up for cheating on me, you son of a bitch! Obviously, he wouldn't do that, but, I mean, you know. The panic is real. If that's all it is, then that's great. But I knew that he kept piling things on himself, and I wish he'd just let me worry about him. Let me spoil you more. Yes, that's the right one. Then, let me spoil you more. Anything that makes you feel better makes me happy. You know, yes. It was simply a pure and honest thought, but Yanagi looked as if I was causing him a headache. I've told you before that you have to be careful about saying things like that lightly. After what we did last night, sweetie? I'm just saying. I'm not saying it lightly. I'm just saying how I feel, pure and simple. I think at this point you should understand my feelings and that it's okay for me to do things for you. Good grief. Yanagi looked around restlessly. It was cute to watch. I thought I'd melt. You'll have to take responsibility for those words. And don't get me so worked up in the morning. I could see that his cheeks were slightly flushed. Jesus Christ, sweetie, we weren't like, anything you want me to do for you? You're like, let me spoil you a little. And you're instantly like, I'm gonna get worked up. I meant like, you know, like, cook for you, back massage or something. Like, Jesus Christ, simmer. Put it away, buddy. Put it back in your pants. That's not what I was talking about. Hornball. I mean, maybe later, but not right now. Like, for God's sakes. You don't have to worry so much. I'm fine. Yanagi smiled and gently patted me on the shoulder. Okay. We should get going now, though. Yeah, you're right. Yanagi started for the door, and I hurried after. From behind, he seemed somewhat tired. He must be having a hard time at work. I was glad that being with me helped relieve that burden. It meant a lot to me that he considered me that source of happiness. I want to support him even more. From the bottom of my heart, I wanted to stand by Yanagi's side. 4:17, 11:27 a.m. I'm assuming... I'm just gonna guess Sakuragawa. Oh! Hey, Hoshino! I was in a hallway on the way to meet with public safety when I heard a familiar voice call my name. Damn, it's Enomoto. Alright, so Enomoto sounds like Sakuragawa now. I just assumed she hasn't shown up yet. So, anyway. Enomoto! Yo, pretty weird running into you here, huh? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is. I turned around to see Mineo Enomoto accompanied by... Hey, stop hitting on her. I can't do Satake's voice anymore. I'm not. I don't have the ability to use a high-level skill like that. High-level skill. Skill difficulty tier rankings. B. Small talk with an acquaintance. A. Inviting acquaintance out for dinner, possibly multiple. S. Go out alone with acquaintance. SS. Hit on woman at bar. SSS. Hit on woman in the street. SSSS. Propose to woman in public. Skill tiering by Mineo Enomoto. I imagine he hears that in his head when he's repeating it, like, you know, the tour guide Spacey voice. I'm a little faith man. Hello, Satake. Are you off work now? Nope, just heading out for patrol now. Stuff tends to happen at night, so we've been ramping up our activity at night. Too old for this shit. Can't do his voice, but I'm having fun anyway. I see. When Enomoto had been rehired in April, he was reassigned to Field Operations Unit 2. He and Satake still made a good team. I'd heard they often patrolled all of Shinjuku as part of Field Ops' initial investigations. There was never a quiet day in this city. Even though X-Day's been dealt with, crime never takes a day off, eh? Well, now that I'm back on the job, the good people of Shinjuku can rest easy. There you go, running your mouth off again like you're a rook. It's all about the spirit. Man should dream big. Don't know when I'll have a chance to actually put these skills to use, though. Are you confident or aren't you? Just hurried up and become the hotshot you think you are so that I can retire already? No way, sir. I can't imagine you retiring. How long do you plan on abusing me, you punk? While his words seemed harsh, Satake's expression was gentle. It was clear that he and Enomoto had a great working relationship. I'm glad to see you two getting along so well. Gotta go soft on the rookie after all. Hey, I'm not a rookie.
Says who? You're actually supposed to be cooped up in a police box. Enjoy the special treatment while it lasts. No, I guess you're right about that. Oh, right. Didn't they give you a rookie too, Hoshino? You must have your hands full. Good luck.
Yeah, not you, though. They gave me a normal person. Don't get me wrong, I love Enomoto. And he's so much more adorable without the fucking eye patch. Like, he's got a pretty-ass face. But he's a crazy-ass weirdo, and he would be a pain in your fucking ass if he was your rookie, is all I'm saying. That's why Satake is only 26, but he looks like he's 40-something, because he's like, oh my god, Enomoto. Yes, but he's a quick study, so I'm sure he'll be helpful. Oh, that reminds me. Watching Enomoto and Satake banter with each other had reminded me of my earlier concern. I think Yanagi's been a little lonely lately. You should visit him at the office sometime. Of course, Yanagi had never actually said the word lonely. But when we had reminisced about the events of last year, the emotion had been clear on his face. Hold on. Sorry, that weird tickle in my nose is making me sneeze. He might consider this nosy, but I didn't doubt for a second that Enomoto would understand and accept the offer with a smile.
Oh, sure. I bet he must be busy, though. If our schedules sync up, I will.
Oh, okay. Enomoto averted his eyes awkwardly, his reply less than enthusiastic. Enomoto?
Hey, we gotta lock down that crime scene before it gets away. Crime scenes don't run, sir, but evidence might. See you later, Hoshino.
Yeah, see ya. Be careful out there.
Of course. Bye.
I watched them go, a bit of anxiety and doubt gnawing at my mind. Dwelling on it now won't help, though. I mean, it kind of made you, like, so what the fuck happened between them? Enomoto must have had his reasons, I figured, trying to convince myself everything was okay. Thank you for your cooperation. Phew. I hung up the phone and heaved a tired sigh. There had been a surge in call volume today. Whoa, it's so dark outside. Since it was April, we got many calls about drunken disturbances with incoming college freshmen and new company workers. There have been a lot of assaults on underage females. I need to keep my guard up. Should always keep your guard up.
Hoshino, got a minute?
Yes, what is it?
There was a strange phone call earlier. The caller was asking questions about Spacey Hoshino.
About me?
Yeah, you were already on a call, so I dealt with it. They said that you helped them before and that they wanted to thank you. I told them that you were busy and that I'd relay the message. But then they started asking questions about what you were like and how you do your job.
Huh. We received a lot of complaints about our work as well as many words of thanks. It was part of the job, so it wasn't unusual for us to receive thanks over the phone. That does sound a bit strange.
Yeah, I get that someone who is really happy about being treated well would want to learn more about you. And the call started off pretty cheerful, like the caller went out of their way to thank us over the phone, but it just felt weird. Moreover, when I started asking them questions, they hung up. The call was made from a payphone.
Using a payphone in this day and age? And just to say thank you?
You got some fans out there, you know? Fans? When you go out of your way to help someone with their troubles, of course they're gonna like you. Although this one took it a little too far. Anyway, be careful out there. Could be some kind of mean prank, and we can't rule out it being a stalker either.
Was it a man or a woman?
Beats me.
A stalker? No way. Sorry. I should take this seriously, shouldn't I? It's Yanagi's ex-girlfriend. All right. Look, we brought her up in the first chapter. Like, thinking about his ex-girlfriend, it makes me kind of jealous, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden now we have this person calling. Guaranteed.
Exactly. Hopefully we're just reading too much into it, but it never hurts to be careful.
All right, thank you. I'll make sure I keep my guard up.
You do that. I'll keep an eye out too.
Mochito returned to his desk after we reassured each other, yet his anxious expression remained. I mean, it's weird. That might have been a sincere call of thanks or just a harmless prank. Hopefully this doesn't lead to any trouble. I mean, you just said, hopefully this doesn't lead to any trouble. We're fucked. Something about this gave me a bad feeling. 7:10 p.m. Is this Sakuragawa? Hey, Hoshino!
Kia!
I'd finished my shift and was about to leave the station when a loud voice from behind startled me. Sounds like her. Nope, it's Enomoto again. What the fuck? Does Sakuragawa not show up in this one? It's just going to be Enomoto all the time? The time, I don't think, and I'm going to be like, it's probably Enomoto. It's going to be Sakuragawa. I'm just saying.
Whoa! What's wrong?
Oh, it's just you, Enomoto. When I turned around, Enomoto was standing there bug-eyed. It had only been a few hours since Mochita gave me that warning. Still, I was probably being too tense.
Just me? That's rude.
Sorry, were you on your way home?
Yeah? Are you going to see Yanagi? I'll tag along with you.
No, I'm going home today. I think Yanagi's got some business tonight.
And then I'll walk you back. It's on my way.
Thanks. I gratefully accepted Enomoto's offer. I was still a bit worried about the phone call, and there were some things I wanted to ask him. And now that bitch is like following us, taking pictures, and is going to send it to Yanagi. She was walking with another man. Switching topics a bit.
What's up?
We'd been making small talk during our walk home. When I sensed that Enomoto was feeling relaxed, I broached the subject. Smart girl. Remember when I asked you to go see Yanagi earlier today?
Yeah?
Maybe it was just my imagination, but it sounded like you weren't really feeling like it. That's unusual for you, Enomoto.
Ugh.
Is something going on? I looked at him directly in the eyes.
Ugh.
Enomoto looked around uneasily, but I pressed the issue and didn't let up. A few dozen uncomfortable moments passed.
It's not like I have a problem with Yanagi or anything.
Enomoto seemed to finally relent and started talking while fidgeting with his hair.
It's more like a personal problem of mine. It's something I haven't really figured out how to deal with. Or something.
Okay?
Ugh, I guess I can tell you. I mean, I've already embarrassed myself in front of you more times than I can count. I'm trying to atone for my past wrongs.
In what way?
Remember back during next day? I was just dead weight to the team. I abused Junagi's goodwill and I never contributed anything. Even still, he was patient with me and waited for me to step up to the plate. You should have seen how happy he was when I rejoined the force. So I want to be a man that can make him proud. I'm going to work as hard as I can at my job and do something big that I can show him.
See, look, we're all trying to make him happy like he's our fucking dad. Yanagi really was the fucking dad.
Until I'm confident that I'm worthy of all that he did for...
Until I'm confident that I'm worthy of all that he did for me. There you go.
I'd rather not see him again. That's all that it is. I don't want him to be disappointed in me, and I feel like all I've ever done is show him what a huge slob I am.
Enomoto... His reasoning resonated deeply with me. It would take courage for him to face Yanagi again, but he was far more worried than he needed to be. Yanagi's grateful to you, you know. He's never thought of you as a burden. Yanagi had trusted Enomoto to be a partner and called on him again and again in dangerous times. Also, he would never tell you to your face that you were a burden at any rate. I felt that Enomoto's straightforward and positive attitude had only ever been a benefit to Yanagi. Besides, you and Yanagi were the ones who saved me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Back then, I felt so reassured when you all came to rescue me. I knew that I'd be safe. And you're a part of the team that did that. I don't think you're a slob at all. I mean, a little bit, but like, you know. I wasn't sure I communicated everything I felt, and I made sure that I was firm.
Oh! No, Shino! Oh, girl, come on! You're gonna make me cry!
Enomoto's eyes became moist. I was glad that he'd understood. So please don't beat yourself over the past. Go see Yanagi.
Yeah, I still feel kind of embarrassed by it, but I'll drop by. At the very least, I need to thank him again for everything he's done.
I think he'll be happy to see you.
Hey, Hoshino, Yanagi said something to me last year.
Hey, Enomoto. Why are you doing this with me?
What?
When Satake recommended you to me, he had no interest in investigating anything. You had no interest in investigating anything, sorry. You were torn between your desire to face your past and the urge to run away from it. It was like your life had ground to a halt. Even though I knew you were in pain, I've only watched over you and not lifted a finger to help. And that's how it's been. Even though I quit the police force and stuck it out on my own, there's only so much I can do without organizational support. Feeling empathy for criminals, pursuing Adonis. Who am I even doing this for? Isn't this all just to satisfy my own ego? I've had my doubts about the existence of this team from the get-go, yet you and Hoshino, even Sasazuka, you all believed in me. I know it's weird to bring it up out of the blue, but What have I done to deserve your faith? You're like our dad, so.
To be honest, first I was just wondering what idiotic nonsense the guy was spewing. Actually, I literally called him an idiot after that. He's the one who gave me a place to belong and who acknowledged me as a cop.
That's so Yanagi. That was my first thought upon hearing what Yanagi had said. No matter what uplifting thoughts I had of Yanagi, he always returned them twice over. I'm sure I wasn't the only one who felt like this.
I'm super grateful to Yanagi, and I've always looked up to him. I've just been trying to follow in his footsteps, watching him from behind.
Enomoto was practically glowing with admiration. He's literally like a kid who's following his dad. It's fucking adorable.
That's why I know that even though he's nice to everyone, he also keeps a certain distance from all of us too. I don't know why he does that. But thanks to you, he's softened up so much since I first met him. He used to just watch over us with a smile, but now he laughs right alongside us. It's awesome to see him that way, so thanks.
I should be the one thanking you. I'm sure that it wasn't just me that changed him. Thank you for saying that, though. I wanted Yanagi to be as happy as possible. The thought softened my expression. Enomoto and I continued walking side by side, the atmosphere now having grown quite affable.
Let's be real, though. Kind of guy would say he's lonely when he gets to spend all his time with his girlfriend. You must have a soft spot for me. Just kidding. Huh.
Well, some people think it's cute to have a junior partner you have to take care of, especially if that partner's a bit silly sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I could totally Wait, hey! I don't deny that he had to look after me, but that's low.
Just kidding. Maybe.
So maybe you weren't?
Anyway, I didn't mean that he was lonely because you left, but because it sounds like his work has been tough lately, and he seems really tired.
Really? That, Yanagi? Isn't it your job to make him feel better then?
Of course, I'd love to. And of course, when we're together, we can relax, but... He says things like it soothes him to watch me when I sleep, but I don't really feel like I'm doing anything for him.
Wait, are you actually bragging about how great your boyfriend is right now? Twist that knife some more, why don't you?
Are you jealous because you want a great boyfriend? I don't think Sasazuka would be a great boyfriend for you, and I'm not 100% sure she wouldn't stab you. You know what, Enomoto, you're on your own. Like, I'm sorry. Those are your options. You can't gay ship Enomoto with any of the boys, like, except for Yanagi. I can maybe gay ship the two of them, but like, you can't with Okazaki. Ooh. All right, that's not as good as Yanagi, but okay, we'll take. I forgot about Okazaki. Enomoto, can you tell me what makes a man happy?
You're asking me? Wait, what am I talking about?
Could you be a little more specific?
I mean, it'd make me happy, but I don't know if it would work on Yanagi. Honestly, I'm not really sure.
Please, any suggestion would help.
Like, you should have sex with him. I've already done that. God damn it. Would you stop bragging? Well, it's a cliche, but you put on an apron, and when you greet him at home, say, would you like dinner? A bath? Or would you like...
So the way to his heart was through his stomach. Cooking for one's partner was indeed a tried and true. But for Yanagi, that was business as usual. I always do that, though.
Whoa, for real? Anyways, then you could try a lap pillow.
I do that, too.
Say what?
When we'd relax after dinner, Yanagi liked to sit on the sofa and read the newspaper. I'd sit next to him, and at times one of us would end up resting their head on the other's lap. Enomoto's literally gonna die. He's gonna have a fucking aneurysm.
No way. Is this real life right now? Stop talking. You're killing me here.
Is it that surprising?
It's like, no, I'm just so fucking lonely. Fine, then how about boyfriend shirt seduction?
Are you saying that I should wear Yanagi's shirt?
Yeah, that. It's pretty high-level skill. Most men are powerless against it.
I don't know, I'm not a man, and I'm just like imagining like if you were a dude, your girlfriend's wearing... Yeah,
You've never done that, have you?
No, I haven't done that.
Yes, I win!
I mean, I'm the one having sex, Enomoto.
Oh, fuck.
Was this a competition? I tilted my head in confusion when Enomoto pumped his fist triumphantly, and you're like, have you done that?
I wear Okazaki shirts every once in a while.
Are you and Okazaki dating? Shut up. He thinks I should wear Yanagi's shirt. That would be pretty embarrassing. They might think I'm some kind of weirdo. Oh, silly.
That was a hard-fought battle.
Enomoto sighed loudly, although he looked as if he was refreshed for some reason. This must have been a rather intense discussion for Enomoto. He's known Yanagi for so long, after all.
He's like, I've worn Yanagi shirts.
Perhaps it was difficult for Enomoto to imagine the typically reserved Yanagi being lovey-dovey with me. I think he's just trying to anyone is getting all this lovey-dovey stuff, and this poor man just desperately wants someone to love him. Sometimes he spoon feeds me and has me say, ah, but I probably shouldn't mention that. No, don't. It seemed like it'd be best for Enomoto's own peace of mind. I mean, the spoon feeding you think, but the say, ah, is so like, am I like a toddler? What's happening? On second thought, it did sound like I'd been boasting about my relationship, and I felt embarrassed. Oh yeah, did you hear that the Chinese place near work changed their lunch menu?
Oh, seriously?
After that, we turned the conversation back to small talk. All right, I'm going to wrap this part up here. Oh, and we're in Yunagi's perspective. Hopefully I remember when we come back. But anyway, 4:17 at 9:16 p.m. So we'll be Yanagi. Ah! Morioka. The only man who's like a single father in a game that I'm like, I don't care. I'd actually get, that's fine. If we had a route with you and I got that, it'd be okay. I actually would be okay with that. Only, look, I hate, you know how much I hate it. I was like, no, I don't want kids, and I don't want men talking about kids, and I don't want them talking about us giving me babies, none of that bullshit. I don't like kids, I don't want them. I don't want the single dads, none of that bullshit. But like, Morioka, not gonna lie, if they gave you a route with him, I'd be like, stepmommy's home, I guess. I don't know, like, I'd be okay with it. Like, the kid part wouldn't be my favorite, but the man's adorable. And I feel like he is a big teddy bear.
And he seems like,
he seems like he's too much for this shit. Like, he's like sturt, but you know he's a big fucking squishy. He's big and squishy. We needed a route with him. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.